The last thing is the price of related goods. This is usually what's most difficult for people to remember and understand, so make sure you're paying attention and you write this down. So sometimes the price of another good can affect the demand for a different good. For example, complementary goods, they go together. Cell phones and cell phone chargers, iPads and iPad covers, bicycles and helmets, remote control cars and batteries. I am not going to go out and buy a charger for a cell phone if I don't have the cell phone. I'm not going to buy an iPad cover if I don't have an iPad. I'm not going to buy a bike helmet if I don't have a bike. I'm not going to buy batteries if I don't have something to put the batteries in, like a remote control car. Those go together. Substitutes are goods that can be exchanged for each other, like Coke and Pepsi, beef and chicken, Toyotas and Hondas, hot Cheetos and Takis. We are going to graph these out and explain them in further detail because that is not enough information. Complementary goods. So think of it this way. What would happen to the demand for iPad covers if the price of iPads went up? Notice this price is asking you what would happen to iPad covers. That's what we're trying to figure out. So, let's graph this out. We're going to make a graph of iPads. Price, quantity, demand. And this says that the price of iPads goes up. All right, so the price of iPads goes up from there to there, meaning that the quantity demanded of those iPads does what? Oh, it went down. And that makes sense. If the price goes up, fewer people are going to buy it. So the price went up, quantity demanded went down. So if that means fewer people are buying iPads. If fewer people are buying iPads because the price went up, what happens? Well, over here, we're going to graph out the iPad covers. Remember, if I'm not going to go buy an iPad cover if I don't have an iPad. They are complementary goods. They go together. If you buy one, you're going to buy the other. Well, the price of the iPad covers did not change. The price of the iPads themselves changed. The price of the iPads changed. Fewer people will buy it. So therefore, even though the price of those iPad covers did not change, the demand for them has decreased, and fewer people will go out and buy the iPad covers, even though the price did not change. So complementary goods can affect each other in this way, and we see that it is indeed a decrease in demand because the quantity has gone down. All right, next one. Substitute goods. The best example of substitute goods are Coke and Pepsi. So most people, I realize not everyone, but most people, they can buy Coke or they can buy Pepsi. It doesn't really matter, one or the other. Not everyone's like that, but most people in general. So this question says, what will happen to the demand for Pepsi if Coke lowers their price? What will happen to the demand for Pepsi if Coke lowers their price? Now notice, this question is asking you about Pepsi. What's going to happen to Pepsi if Coke lowers their price? Remember, Coke and Pepsi are considered to be substitute goods. All right, so let's graph out Coke. Here's the demand. It said that they lowered their price. So the price is going to go from here to here, which means that are more people going to buy Coke now at that lower price or fewer people? My graph is really bad here. I'm sorry about that. But the answer is more. If Coke lowers their price, more people are going to go buy Coke. Well, Pepsi didn't change their price, but their demand is still going to change, which means that if more people are going out and buying Coke, the demand for Pepsi is going to decrease, which looks like that. So even at the same price, fewer people will go out and buy that Pepsi because Coke lowered their prices.